Scott, what are your immediate reflections after that one?
Well, congratulations to them. They made the plays they needed down the stretch, and we didn't. It's kind of been our recipe all season. We've had 7 or 8 of these type of games, and we have not been able really to capitalize on really any of them. And, it's very difficult to give up 98 points in your own building and think you're going to win. And then you walk them to the foul line 34 times, and we only shoot 9. So that recipe is doom for us, and it has been since I've been here, and for most teams in general. But we're digging ourselves a hole that we might not ever get out of, to be quite honest with you. And we could flip this around if we have enough grit and toughness to do it, or we can slip into the abyss at the rate we're going. So I think some of the adversity is actually really, really good for not only the players but everyone involved. And I'll be excited to, see what kind of character we have with our guys and what kind of grit we do have. I thought we played hard, but we just were unable to make the right plays and finish off plays and, loose balls and offensive putback rebounds and not boxing out and all the little things that add up in a game that's going back and forth. And, the fact that we were even in this game at some level is quite shocking, but a credit to our guys when they shoot 34 foul shots. And, one of the best players in the league can only shoot 2, Milton Doyle. So it's a tough recipe.
That was my biggest takeaway, I guess, because you had 14 more field goals for the game, you had 9 more offensive rebounds for them, you made 16 three-pointers as a team, but for them to take 25 more free throws, I mean, how do you explain it?
I can't. I don't explain it. I mean, obviously, we are fouling, but so are other teams. So I don't have really any explanation other than the fact that it's been a problem.
You needed Marcus to step up tonight without Will and without Juk, and he did. That was probably the best game that he's played all season for you.
Yeah, it was a shame that we, wasted his effort tonight with what he did. I thought he was very good on both sides of the ball and brought a lot of good energy, and was what we've been expecting from him all along. And it was a very good sign to see him up and down the floor and playing as well as he did.
You got the reprieve as well with him when you won the coaches' chart. You didn't challenge the second one, and in fairness, I don't think you would have won it on the attempted charge, but at least you got a couple more minutes out of him than you thought.
Yeah, I mean, they called a blocking foul, and it was clearly not a blocking foul. He got stepped on his foot, so that challenge was a little bit more easier. And then on the video up there, I thought it was a blocking foul that he ended up getting, and just didn't go down that path, but did get him on the floor for a few more minutes.
What about Sean McDonald? I mean, it still feels funny to call him a development player because he's been so good for you now for the last 2 seasons, but he was pretty incredible out there tonight. Yeah,
he's our next star. We've treated him like a next star. We believe he's our next star. And, we spent a great deal of time and energy, our coaches have, over the last 2 years to develop him. And he's our next star, and quite proud of him. Marcus,
how are you feeling after that one?
Honestly pissed. This is not how these games need to go. As a team, we're all pissed, and we're trying to change this real quickly. You'll see this attitude of our team not change at all. We're going to keep working hard each day and keep battling each day. If they're going to call fouls that way, we're not going to stop being aggressive. We just have to find a way to finish those games out.
Following on from what Scott said about you not being able to close out some of these tight games, is there anything you're seeing that is an easy fix that you can try to implement, or is it a wider problem than one easy fix?
I think it's just a mental thing. We got to take things a little bit slower and kind of start focusing on these little things that we're doing that are messing up throughout the game. It's not a win or loss within those 2 minutes. It's the span of the whole game.
It's been an interesting season for you, and there was a game a couple of weeks ago where Scott didn't like the way you started and you didn't get back out on the court, but your attitude looks like it's been great and you've stayed positive, you've stayed a great teammate even if you haven't been playing a lot, and then when your number's called to play a bigger role tonight, you're ready to step up. How have you seen seeing things from a personal point of view?
I feel like I've dealt with this my whole life, especially in college with Kentucky. The whole thing was next man up. You never knew when you were going to get called on or when it wasn't your day. You just had to be ready when you got called, and that's what I brought here is I may get 2 minutes, I may get 30 minutes, but either way I got to play the way they need me to play the whole way through.
How did you feel about your battle with Mango? It was fun to watch from an outside point of view. How did you find it personally?
I take all these big men seriously, especially the one-on-one matches, especially with these guys that are extreme athletes like me. And at times, you really got to it's a battle at the rim, and it's who's going to win that battle each day, and we'll see at the end of the match.
For your next game, Scott, would you expect Will to be right to play?
Yeah, I think, in Will's case, well, the Christmas game was quite costly because we ended up having 4 guys actually hurt. Obviously, Mujik Dang, the worst of the group. But Will just got really, I think, at the end of the day, scared to death with getting his foot stepped on and heard some crack and pop. And I think it was just more of a scare. And then after 2 or 3 days, and the test came back that there was nothing wrong. And he practiced with us yesterday pretty good, and I expect him to practice this week and hopefully be ready to go by the weekend.
What does a January 1 night look for you, Scott? Does it include watching Billy the Kid in a cigar?
Well, it's a very, very good question there, Chris. And I haven't got my head wrapped around that one quite yet because I had a cigar last night and I had one just a few hours ago. So I got to pace myself on that area. And I got to check out Netflix and see what my next move is, but I'll let you know at the Cairns game.
Is that when you finish Billy the Kid?
Well, the next part of that series starts in 2024, which is now. So the ones that I've missed are ready to be probably brought up in their episodes, so I'm still on it.
Yeah, excellent. Thanks.